Okay, folks, I'm gonna get right down to it. There's a lot of foods that come in a box, but jambalaya should not be one of them. In today's fast-moving world, it's nice to have processed, prepackaged foods. Mac and cheese, pizza, all good. But when it comes to jambalaya, I like to make mine from scratch. When I was a kid, most of that came from leftovers. We clean out the fridge while making jambalaya. And today we're going to do just that. I'm Papa Scott. Let's go get her done. Okay, to get us started, I've cubed up some pork. These are some pork fingers I just picked up and trimmed the bone out of it. And so we're just going to season them up real well with Camp Dog Cajun seasoning, the original. Mix all this up real good. I'm going to throw this into a black pot. I may just put just a little bit of cooking oil on the bottom of the pot to get it going. This pork has a little fat in it, so it's going to render a little bit of fat oil out of it. So, okay, so here we go. We're going to just sort of cover the pot just a little bit, get it going. Got it heating up. Here we're just going to dump our meat right in here. This is a couple of pounds, maybe 2.5. We're going to get this brown down real good. Meanwhile, we're going to be working on cutting some onions. Alright, this seems to be smelling good already. Fat's starting to render a little oil. We'll just keep at it. I got my onions. I got one medium onion, banana pepper, and just a little bit of jalapeno. Best part's yet to come, though. All that water coming out of this meat. Yep. It was 2.5 pounds. I'm probably going to be down to 2 pounds of meat here. Let all that run out, and we're going to let it brown down. Alright, now she's starting to brown. Want to get it good and brown. Want something to stick down on the bottom here. That's going to help us get our flavors. All flavors at. Well, when you put these onions in here, it's going to help lift that off the bottom, whatever's stuck to the bottom. Let it go a little longer. Okay, if you remember our last video, we cooked a Ponce. A lot of you didn't know what a Ponce was. Now you know. We're taking the leftovers, taking it out of the casing, and just going to dice that up. This is packed with flavor as well. That's going to go into our jambalaya. Ready to eat like it is. It's all cooked. What we're going to do, we're going to put it in about the same time as the onions. Get them browned up a little more. Alright, the water is just about all gone out of the meat, so we're just going to bring it down and let it brown. Just turn our heat down a little bit, we'll do that. Want it to brown and stick on the bottom. Want it to stick on the bottom a little bit, so we'll be able to scratch that up later. That's going to give us some good color, good flavor. It's happening. It's happening. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. A little bit longer, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to remove this meat from the pot and add our onions, peppers, the Holy Trinity, what the Cajuns call it. Once the burn, just grab a cube of ice, drop it in there. Alright, we got this where we want it to be. What I'm going to do here now, remove meat from the pot, put it in the bowl, alright, I'm just going to drop a cube of ice in here. I don't want my stuff to burn. Come in with the onions, peppers. Oh, you can smell this. Let these onions just melt down in that pot. Help lift some of this grease off the bottom here. Need to, you just add a little ice or something, splash of water. Help dissolve everything off the bottom. Gotta stay with it at this point. You don't want to lose it. You burn that, you lose everything. Alright, once I get these just about like I like it, I'm going to add the rest of that leftover Ponce in here. Yeah, when I was a kid, jambalaya was made from leftovers. Didn't come out of a box. Jambalaya came from the word jumble, mix and match. In this case, mixing and matching meats, foods, onions, jumble it all up with jambalaya. At least that's what I think. Alright, in comes the leftover Ponce. I'm going to confuse all that together. Let that go a little bit, and we'll add our pork back in. Add a little water, and we'll cook it. Make sure it's fully cooked before we put our rice and water mixture. That'll be the last step. Want to make sure everything's fully cooked. Look how pretty that is. Add a little bit of water to it. Let it cook down a little bit. Got one more little thing we're going to add to this. The other night we did some jalapeno wood duck poppers. This bacon wrap breast wood duck. I'm going to throw one in there. Then I'm going to include the link to the bacon wrap wood duck breast, also a link to the Ponce videos in case you haven't seen those. That's what you call an old-fashioned jambalaya. Mama used to take all the leftovers, whether it be chicken, pork, beef, get it all in there. Got a whole new meal. Only thing that wasn't left over tonight would be the pork. And we're going to add that back into the pot just a little bit. So we have pork, we have wood duck breast, and we have Ponce. And if you're not sure what a Ponce is, go watch my video. Let this cook down a little bit, and we'll add the pork back into. Alright, this cooked down. We're going to go ahead and add some of this pork back in. I have enough meat in this pot here to cook a jambalaya without the rest of this pork, but we're going to make it work. I'm not going to put it all in there. Leave a little bit for another dish. It's all brown, basically cooked, ready for something else. Alright. Add some water to this. And put the lid on it. Turn the heat up. Let it cook down. Alright, we want this pork to cook down, get tender. Let this water run out. Once this water runs down, then we'll add our rice and water mixture. It's getting there, slow but sure. Cooking down. Won't be long now. We'll be adding our rice and water mixture. Alright, look how pretty that is. Just about all the water's going out. Got a little bit of gravy down in the bottom, and that's good. You want that. That's what's going to make it good. I've got 2 cups. Now this is true cups. This is not the cup that comes with your rice cooker. This is 2 full cups of rice. And I got 3 cups of water. Alright. Gonna take and infuse all this real good. At this point I'm going to add just a little bit of salt in there. I'll take the lid off. A little bit of salt. Okay, so we got our rice all up in there. About halfway through, you're going to want to stir this up. Put it on low. Whatever low is on your stove. I got it about 3.5 on this electric stove. And we're going to let it cook slow. Maybe turn it down to about 3. You want it to cook about like a rice cooker would be cooking right now. Check it in a minute. Okay, you want to check it about every 2 or 3 minutes. Basically, just all you're doing now is cooking the rice. Once the rice is cooked, it's all done. You don't want your rice to burn. I like to let it stick to the bottom a little and make a gratin, we call that. French word of the day. Gratin. That's like burnt rice, except it's not technically burnt. It's browned. And it gets a little hard on the bottom. To me, that's some good stuff. Gratin. That's Cajun French. Alright, we're going to let this go a little longer. Just blooping. Just a little bloop. About 30 bloops a minute. 2 or 3 minutes. Uncover it. Stir it. Check your rice. When it gets close to being, when you think it's done, taste your rice. When your rice is cooked, and it's still a little mushy, just let it cook real slow until all that cooks out, like a normal rice pot would do. We're not there yet, still a little bit, still a little crunchy. Right on time. Alright, another 3 minutes come by. Give it another stir. Yeah, now it's wanting to stick on the bottom. That's where that good stuff's at. Almost there, folks. If you don't want to make the gratin, then you don't have to. Let that water run out, just keep stirring it like this. I don't use long grain rice. I can't stand long grain rice. Use the one you want. I like this rice right here. It's gonna soak up that gravy. I just prefer it over long grain, that's all. That's just my preference. Almost there. I'm gonna taste this. It looks like it's edible now. About 3 more minutes on that rice and she'll be done. Alright, here we go. Last time. Oh yeah. Water's gone, it's cooked down. Rice looks cooked. I'm gonna taste it. Very good. I don't know if my friend Seth with Cajun Jambalaya would approve of my leftover concoction, but I guarantee you one thing, he'd eat this. That ball would eat this. Time to put that on a plate. Okay folks, that concludes another episode of Camp Dog Outdoors. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe, give us a thumbs up, and we'll see you next time. May God bless.